great honor tonight to be in the company of so many activists, so many party leaders, legislators, and policymakers. And I wouldn't be here without the strong support and the friendship of so many of my colleagues in the labor movement, including my local 375, the District Council, and the New York City Central Labor Council and the AFL-CIO's Young Worker Advisory Council. So this recognition belongs to them as well, and they've earned it. So I am a city employee. I work for the New York City School Construction Authority, which means I come from the Civil Service Technical Guild. This is a union of policy implementers. We are 7,500 city planners, architects, engineers, research scientists, criminalists, and put very plainly, we are nerds. So, while we can be a very intense group, I am very proud to be associated with my colleagues who all exemplify the spirit of public service. Our engineers have used their technical skills to build water systems in Haiti. Our criminalists have put themselves at risk to ensure that their co-workers are paid a fair wage, even as they fight for justice for others. And one of our young architects fights so hard for excellence in the design of public housing projects because this is where she grew up. These people have passion, which is why it is so very important to organize them, to empower them, and to help them develop into leaders whose task is not just building a city, but building a more just world. So all too often, their passion meets roadblocks. 21st century jobs means 21st century challenges. Our young workers leave school burdened by enormous debt. They enter a very uncertain economy with precarious contract and contingent work. They find themselves stuck in internships for years, or scraping away at the margins of the gig economy, or doing free work for exposure. Their livelihoods are threatened by privatization, and their futures are threatened by the erosion of their social safety nets. How will they find stability and security that they need to grow as people and as leaders? Well, here's a nice start. I'm pleased to note that the National Labor Relations Board has just given teaching and research assistants in private universities such as Columbia and NYU the right to organize and form a union. And as this story unfolds, both the students and the institutions, many of which send their students out with tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, will both learn a very important lesson. That a worker is a human being, not just a means to an end, however noble the end. Whether it's building schools or bringing criminals to justice, or even expanding the very limits of human knowledge. As a worker, you have a right to be included in the prosperity that you help to build. I'm excited to see the labor movement reaching out to future generations because union engagement is the same thing as civic engagement. Being a union member makes politics approachable and it makes it accessible. It connects you to the larger labor and progressive community, and you see firsthand how power is formed, how agendas are formed. Now, right now, unions are actively investing in their young workers through programs such as my own AFSCME's Next Wave program. Right? Through the AFL-CIO's Next Up program, and supporting them as they find their voice, rise in the ranks, and even as they run for elected office. Unions have listened to young people. They are investing in issues that they care about, such as climate change, LGBT rights, and racial justice. Now, keeping these issues front and center, we're going to be mobilizing young worker groups throughout the country for the upcoming election. Our future labor leaders know that in order to give workers a fair shake, we need progressive appointments to the National Labor Relations Board and to the Supreme Court. Appointments that will uphold workers' rights and not erode them. This is why organizing matters. This is why elections matter. This is why we're all here. So once again, I'm excited to be here. I want to thank you all for this honor. This recognizes the work of so many of my colleagues and friends. And I want to thank everybody in this room for the amazing work that you all do. Thank you.